Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
Yes. No.
Mm-mm.
The Truck Show. We're gonna show you what we know. We're gonna answer what the truck, 'cause truck rhymes with the Truck Show. We have the lifted, we have the lowered, and everything in between. We'll talk about trucks that run on diesel and the ones that run on gasoline. The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show, whoa, whoa.
It's the Truck Show with your hosts, Lightning and Holman.
This episode of the Truck Show podcast, Have You Heard?, is proudly presented by Nissan. Nissan has a truck for every need, along with the legendary Nissan durability. Test drive your next truck at a local Nissan dealer today, or point your browser to nissanusa.com, where you can use the build and price tool to configure a Nissan truck that fits your lifestyle.
And when you're thinking about adding power or improving fuel economy, Banks has over 65 years of experience. Whether it's cold air intakes or exhaust systems, tuning, throttle control, charge air cooling, lubrication components, and much more, no one offers smarter, safer, 50-state emissions-compliant performance parts than Gale Banks. You'll find the best engineered parts for your truck at bankspower.com.
And when you're looking for quality, full synthetic lubrication for your truck, Amsoil has you covered with motor oil, lubricants and protectants, grease, additives, and more. Amsoil synthetic lubricants deliver wear protection, engine cleanliness, and fuel efficiency that conventional oils simply can't match. Find out how Amsoil synthetic lubricants can save you money and time by helping your vehicles run better and last longer than with conventional oils at Amsoil.com. When it comes to lubrication, Amsoil is the leader in synthetics.
There has never been a better time to buy a retractable bed cover at EGR USA.com. EGR just kicked off a huge sale. You can get up to 30% off plus a rebate of $250 on all manual roll track bed covers. Let me say that again. You can save up to 30% off the best roll top tonneau cover on the market, the Roll Track. Plus, get an additional $250 rebate. Hit their online store today at EGRUSA.com.
Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
Welcome to Barnes and
No, I haven't.
That's kind of funny that I sang it a little bit and then you put in something with singing.
Something singing, yes.
Yeah, okay. Geez, there's all sorts of great news. Where do you want me to start?
It's impossible for me to know because I don't know what's on your computer.
Because you have not heard.
I've not heard. No, negative.
All right.
Hit me with it. Surprise me. Blow me away with the automotive
What
news.
do you think the base price of the
Do we have
all-new
to
redesigned
start with
Lincoln
Lincoln Navigator?
Yes,
Seriously?
I'm doing this just for you.
Base price for a Lincoln Navigator, $89,900.
Lincoln Navigator base price now starts at $101,990.
Shut the front door. Come on now with that.
Seriously, like it's over 100 now? They're like, stop it.
That
All
was
of
awful.
you.
I mean, that was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, just why? Why do you think you stop fleecing people, everybody?
You can hear it. You can hear it sucking.
I'm just saying. Hey, Lightning, did you hear?
No.
So remember how I was complaining about how Jeep Grand Cherokees got so expensive that I priced my wife out of replacing our Jeep Grand Cherokee with a new Jeep Grand Cherokee?
Several times,
That
yes.
2 years later, it would have been $350 or $330 more a month for the exact same deal.
A lot of dough. Yep.
Yeah, so apparently for 2025, some trims of the Jeep Grand Cherokee are being reduced by as much as $4,000.
So you're saying
Your
your Mazda CX-9 is about to be another
No,
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
CX-70. She's already talking about how much she misses her Jeep.
Oh, my God.
We don't-
She's had the Mazda for like 3 weeks?
I know. We don't even have plates yet. I mean, just like, it's my wife. The Jeep, and I'll say this in all honesty, she had never had one, and we got married, got her a Cherokee. She had a Grand Cherokee. She had another Grand Cherokee. Had another Grand Cherokee. Those are the only vehicles she's ever had that kept the duration of the lease and really liked it. It's just
And so you
crazy.
turned your back on Jeep and went with a Mazda.
Couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And Jeep priced us out. Listen, I've had, I don't know, I've bought 8 Jeeps in the last 10 years or something like that, or
You'd think you'd get some preferential treatment.
Why? But I'm not even preferential treatment. Wouldn't you think that if you lose me as a customer, like you're probably in a pretty bad spot?
Yeah, right. You are the enthusiast.
Like forget everything else.
Yeah.
The dude who almost exclusively buys Jeeps every time for himself or his wife.
See you guys. See you later.
I just walked across the street and bought something else.
Sorry, you can't afford our products anymore.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of sucks for them, I would think. No?
It does.
Yeah. It's lame. Yes, I don't know what's going to happen. She's already sniffing. I'm like, dude, no, it's not. We're not.
At this point, well, it's a lease, so she could just...
Yeah, it's only a 2-year lease, so she'll, but 2 years of... You've met my wife,
if
right?
She's already sniffing around. You're not getting 6 months into this thing.
You've met her.
Yeah.
Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No! 0, 0, 0!
No,
Really? Nothing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
What's the story? Maybe I have heard it. I'm just playing dumb.
Our buddy Nina Barlow just won the Rebelle Rally, took first place in the 4x4 class.
Hasn't she won like 35 times?
Something like that, in a Jeep Gladiator Mojave.
Okay.
Which is also cheaper for 2025. So congratulations to our friend Nina. She's super rad. So she just kills it out there. Like she's a beast when it comes to Rebelle Rally and just freaking awesome.
Has she done any like Baja 500s or Baja 1000s or any of those?
I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. I mean, she's participated, but I don't think she's ever
try.
raced. I might have to.
Yeah.
Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
No.
So here's a patent that you like, because you like patents.
Ooh, yes.
So Ford is talking about having cars with quote-unquote drone-based security. So Ford's filed for a patent, and basically there's a vehicle-based security system that can launch drones.
Wait a minute. Hold on. But time out. There was another vehicle manufacturer that announced this a couple months back, where it comes out of the hood of the car or something, and then that's security feature. So
anyway, maybe it was Ford. I don't know. Maybe we're late to the party, but I came across this. I know you like patents. The vehicle is also equipped with sensors that can monitor areas around buildings. So apparently, I guess if you had like a security Ford truck, you would launch your drone, so it would be on the opposite side of the building that you're at while you were patrolling, maybe?
So this is handy if you're Secret Service, but I don't...
or just if you were at a plant or something like that. It says the patent, it was filed all the way back in 2022. It's called Systems and Methods for Providing a Vehicle and Drone-Based Security Service. So that's kind of interesting.
God, how many patent attorneys do they have in Ford?
Dude.
Holy mackerel.
I don't know. And how much of your data are they selling? Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
I don't know.
So the Passport Trail Sport has been revealed.
The Passport Trail Sport.
So Honda hasn't really been like off-road unless you're motorcycles. And so they came out and they said, we're doing this. Honda, was it HPD Performance?
I've been seeing those, but wait a minute.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
like
there was
Ridgeline.
Yeah, there's a Ridgeline off-road.
And now there's a Trail Sport Pilot. Well, apparently Honda took the cuffs off their engineers and said, hey, engineers, we want you to take this new Honda Passport and we want you to turn this into something that can like legitimately off-road. And by the way, your benchmark is going to be the Toyota 4Runner, and we want you to destroy Subaru.
Say what?
And so the Honda engineers...
Are you going to show this to me? Because I am not familiar with this Passport that you're talking about.
Yeah, so the Honda Passport, which is getting redesigned.
A Passport is like the most docile grocery getter ever.
Check it out.
Whoa.
Honda has their really good all-wheel drive system that's tuned for off-roading, big-time approach and departure angles.
But it looks pretty darn low to the ground.
Yeah, but that's from the factory from Honda. 31-inch tires from the factory, all beefy.
Wait, there's 31s on that thing?
Yes.
Scroll back
How
up there.
cool that thing looks.
Oh, interesting.
It also has rock rails that are underneath the unibody there for dragging across stuff, full skid plating. I mean, it's kind of rad. Like, it's not going to go where Jeep goes necessarily, but they went on some of the lighter-duty trails in Moab and I guess just slayed it all over Moab.
No kidding.
So
go Honda. I mean, how do you hate Honda? You know what I mean? We don't like the Ridgeline.
Listen, I grew up. My first few cars were Honda.
So were mine.
Honda family. Like I've always loved Honda, and I always thought
you know what's crazy though. When's the last Honda you owned?
I have a Honda CR-V out front.
Oh yeah, of course you do. I have not owned a Honda since like 1998 or something like that, and I miss them. They're cool.
They're great cars. When I moved on,
except the Ridgeline,
into going off-roading and stuff, they just didn't have something that appealed to me. This is something that you can see this as like a family go-getter that can go out to the national parks and get you a little bit deeper, way more rugged than like a Subaru Wilderness or Outback or something like that.
Right.
Without the fuel economy penalty of a body-on-frame SUV. So,
hold on, I just got a text message from Denise, your wife, And she wants this
She
car.
likes the look of the passport.
She wants one of these, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Please don't ever text her about anything like that. So anyway, I was pretty blown away. It's supposed to, give up a little bit in on highway, but not much. And it just has like really squatty proportions. I like it. I like it a lot. As of now, there's been some raps and some select journalists not named Sean Holman have gotten a chance to drive it. And everybody says that they like it. It's got the 3.5 liter V6 that has been around forever, but it'll have a 10-speed automatic. That is paired to a torque vectoring all-wheel drive system. And with that 10-speed, you get a really low crawl ratio. So it's not bad. The more I look at it, I'm like, it's okay. So steel skid plates, stainless steel rock sliders, factory rear hitch. That'll be the first point of contact in the rear. Reshaped front fascias for good approach angles.
Do you think that there will be
hidden exhaust tips?
Any aftermarket support for this?
Off-road cameras?
With the 4Runner.
Cast iron tow hooks. Sunken valve stems in their wheels? Yeah, I think they're using like a Yokohama Geolander or something like that. Which is it's a great tire. Yeah, I think if you build something that appeal to people, absolutely. It's not like Honda doesn't have aftermarket. It's just people need to go.
Well, the aftermarket for the Honda is all for like sports cars.
Well, but what I'm saying is there's already companies that are familiar with it. It wouldn't be a big stretch for them to make some products for, off-roading and camping and stuff. But I think this would be a great little light-duty go down the Mojave Road, that mdhca.org or the mojaveroad.org. So join.
You can't already start plugging just because you're the president.
I have to. It's part of my contract.
Lame. No, it is not.
Yeah.
You don't have do you actually have a contract?
No, I don't. I make it up because now I'm the boss. Yeah. So anyway, I think this would be a great alternative to somebody. They even have like the display with yaw and pitch and all that kind of stuff and elevation. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all.
Huh. I'm going to need to see this without the wrap all over it, this repeat print wrap. So we'll see how I'm going to stay tuned, as they say.
Listen, I don't think that's a bad idea. I'm just saying, like, I am cautiously optimistic that this could be kind of a new entry in the space that you hadn't really thought about before.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a Honda fan, so I'm going to, except for the Ridgeline, I'm going to keep my ears and eyes open for this.
Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No.
Jim Farley, quote unquote, I don't want to give it up in regards to his Chinese EV. What?
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
So Jim Farley, who is the CEO of Ford, had I guess it's pronounced Xiaomi SU7 SUV that was imported from Shanghai. And he's been driving it for months. And he's like, I absolutely freaking love this thing.
Why did he have it? Was Ford dealing with the company?
No, this is typical of a company saying what's out there. So a lot of times there's weird stuff that they bring from other places.
Yeah.
And so according to the Everything Electric show, in an interview they published on their YouTube channel, Farley said, quote unquote, I've had 2 trips to China in the last 2 years that were literal epiphanies. The last one was about the Xiaomi product. In the West, our cell phone companies don't have car divisions, but in China, both Huawei and Xiaomi, the 2 biggest cell phone companies, are inside of every vehicle that's made. And so he was talking about that, how they're an industry juggernaut over there and a consumer brand that's stronger than most car companies. And then he goes on to say, I don't like talking about the competition so much, but I drive a Xiaomi. We flew one to Shanghai, to Chicago, and I've been driving it for 6 months now, and I don't want to give it up. And so the comment to answer your question on X, he replied to somebody who said, I think it's more about him getting a good understanding of Ford's Chinese competition. Jim Farley responds, I try to drive everything we compete against. I've done it my whole career. Specs can tell only part of the story, but you've got to get behind the wheel to truly understand and beat the competition. So
I do have mad respect for him doing that.
He's one of the few CEOs that seems to be honest with an honest broker and like what's maybe closer to a stream of consciousness than most. Like I feel like he still there definitely have a corporate PR machine, no doubt about it. But he's a little bit more freer with some of the like he's
a lot less
thoughts in the moment
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I like that about him because I think it gives you kind of a little bit of a nuanced respect to what's going on in his mind.
But it's so scary, the Chinese really are dominating in the electric space.
If we allow them to come in, it'll be very bad for our automotive industry. They are so far ahead in a lot of ways, and
so much less money for
leaving the politics out of it. Just there are some really good Chinese products out there. All right, lighting. Have you heard?
No.
So did you hear that Diesel, the brand, sued Dave Sparks and Dave Kiley for, I guess, trademark infringement because they sold Diesel T-shirts
Wait.
and won $11.8 million.
Shut the front door.
They sold that many T-shirts.
Wait a minute, because they wrote diesel power gear?
So the court ruled that Diesel Power Gear violated Diesel's trademark, and the amount of its settlement fell short of the denim maker's request. Diesel argued it was entitled to their net sales of $59.1 million in T-shirts.
Dude, wait a minute. Stop a second for a second. Hold on. Are you telling me? Wait a minute. This is crazy. You're telling me that freaking Dave Sparks did $60 million in T-shirts?
Yeah.
And it says, by the way, it says net. It does not say gross sales.
Right.
Net?
Yeah.
Shut the up. Are you telling me they sold like over $100 million?
Can I tell you a backside of water story?
Yes.
We were going to sue them for trademark infringement because Diesel Power magazine owned Diesel Power. And right when we were deciding to do that, Discovery bought us.
Ouch.
And that got done immediately, disappeared.
Yeah. Of
And
course
we never went after them.
But
maybe that's a good thing.
Wait a minute.
Maybe Diesel would have gone after us.
I don't know this. I'd have to read this story. But I see Discovery Channel mentioned in this. But
well, so Diesel Power Gear says,
but
they
Diesel Power Gear is owned.
Hold on. They countered and said, well, its profits from apparel should be based on a smaller subset of sales because the business expenses should be deducted from that sum. So apparently the court ruled that if they were to give them the full amount of Diesel Power Gear's profits, it would be excessive. So they reduced the net sales by 80%, resulting in that settlement of $11.8 million freaking dollars.
So here's where the scam was. This, I got to give credit.
Tread lightly here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll take away the scam word. All right. So here's where it was interesting.
Uh-huh.
During before Diesel Brothers, the TV show, right? When they were just doing YouTube and they launched it in the TV show, their moneymaker wasn't necessarily the TV show. It was contests.
Right.
And to win one of their trucks, you had to buy T-shirts.
Right.
And
that was your ticket for being put into the
correct,
drawing.
Which is normal. If you and I did that,
Yeah.
it's illegal in like most states.
Yeah.
So what they do is they bury the free entry somewhere on the website.
Right.
If you write a letter and submit it, you get
not
an
them,
entry. Yeah.
Not them, but companies who do partake in this are known to bury those entries on the website.
Well,
I don't have a lawyer, Lightning.
It's
so
funny.
So you can't pay for the words that come out of your mouth. So I'm going to temper you.
that's fine.
Allegedly,
A few years ago, I went on their website
Okay.
and tried to find it because I was fascinated how Dave Sparks did this. And he found an attorney to work all the loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no idea it was to the tune of $60 million net T-shirt sales.
are you saying that seems like a
nuts.
lot of money to you?
I'm saying that's more than I expected in T-shirt sales. Yeah. Because their shirts were all whack. Their designs were so lame, except for the bearded dude. They just had the one silhouette of the bearded dude, and I think that was the popular shirt. But they had so many lame shirts. And people wanted those. I don't know, man. Good for him, but it makes me angry.
Okay. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
I'm super conflicted.
I mean, no.
24s now on the Chevy Tahoe and Suburbans.
Whoa, that's
Dude, they look
so
flossed.
cool.
They look flossed, right?
Yes.
Dude, 24-inch wheels.
I do not like them. Those are butt ugly wheels, but I love the fact that they are
I don't think they're
24s.
horrible. I think
Those-
in the right context they're okay.
Dad, Satan hit him with the ugly stick. Like,
Okay,
that's
I
nasty.
don't think they're that bad.
Yeah.
But dude, 24s.
That's cool. Look at the little rubber band tires. I love it.
Optional for the range topping high country trim level.
Those are what, 40 series, 35 series?
They have to be 35s or
Yeah,
something.
35s. Good for GM listening to the peeps. That's cool.
Both sets of the optional 24-inch wheels will only cost you $2,225. Oh, you're right.
Oh,
the
there's
40s.
285, 40, 24s. Yeah. Look at that, 40s.
Yeah.
But they're skinny. They were 280s?
285s, I think.
Gosh, you'd want at least 305s under that thing.
Oh, dude, that's not a lot of sidewall.
Well, good for GM. They're keeping up with the times. I mean, they're a little late, but
Well, should they just go straight to 28s?
no, I think 24 is as big as you can go on that truck.
I think 24s are, that's...
Yeah.
All right, don't forget that Lightning and I will be at SEMA next week, and if you happen to be there, head on over to the EGR booth in West Hall on Wednesday from 4 to 6, and we're going to be doing live taping of the Truck Show podcast.
Free beer.
And I hear there's free beer
Free
for
beer.
anyone who's listening.
Free beer.
You're excited about that, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
After a long day of walking and seeing really cool cars and trucks,
And don't forget to...
a nice cold beer is rad.
Don't forget to check out the Overland Experience. That's the media partner is OVR Magazine. So you can go see all the Overlander vehicles just outside the parking lot, outside West Hall. And if you want to subscribe to OVR Mag, go to OVRMag.com, go to subscribe, and you can use Truck Show as the code on there, or you can go to TruckShowPodcast.com to the featured products page, and you can get the link right there so you can subscribe to OVR. And of course, we'll be at the LA Auto Show. So next week, hopefully, right after SEMA, I will let you guys know how to get some free tickets to the LA Auto Show. Working on that as we speak.
Santa Holman.
That would be Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Jeez Louise. The Truck Show Podcast is a production of Truck Famous LLC. This podcast was created by Sean Holman and Jay Tillis with production elements by DJ Omar Khan. If you like what you've heard, please open your Apple Podcast or Spotify app and give us a 5-star rating. And if you're a fan, there's no better way to show your support than by patronizing our sponsors.